Hi folks, it's Barnes&Nickel back again with I Love You, Colonel Sanders, a finger-licking good dating simulator. Last time we had to fight a meatball monster, or a chicken monster, a biscuit monster, a big monster made out of KFC food. And that's how, and then we passed out and Colonel Sanders took us home and tucked us into bed, and seems like things are going the way we want them to. You awake the next day, you awake on day 2 and attempt to process the wild visions you had. Where are they, memories or premonitions? You lie in bed and stare at the ceiling, thinking about the secret how you discovered while tasting Colonel Sanders' cooking yesterday. You can't believe he really used... What is the blank? And then there was the secret ingredient that Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you outright. Not much of a secret, huh? It's probably just because he already trusts you so much. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with that. Meet up with your bestie in front of the school. Before you can tell her about your encounter with the spork monster, she launches into a story of her own. Okay, I know this might sound a bit strange, but I think I might be, I think I might like Clank. Like him? Like? I know, it sounds like I'm moving too fast, but there's something about him. I like him. Like him. Good for you, Miriam. We get to talking after class, and he's actually a totally sweet guy. Not only that, but he's really smart. He told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders. But did you know Colonel Sanders was the most popular kid in his high school? No, but that makes complete sense. Yeah, but he was so popular that he was voted prom king at school he didn't even go to. He was also the convertible that he himself rode in at the front of the homecoming parade. Oh. I'm thinking maybe something got lost in the pressure cooker language translation there. Either way, maybe it'd be best if you took it slow with this new boy, like I am with Colonel Sanders. You and Colonel Sanders? The coolest guy in school? The most famous student ever to attend University of Cooking School's Academy for Learning? You're a thing now? We definitely connected yesterday. Sure you did! You're great, and why wouldn't he be into you? I guess? Laughing at the implications that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great. You have an idea about how to prove that your love is real. Well, if he's not into me, why did he tell me one of his secret ingredients? However, you don't tell her that you know the second ingredient too, which you discovered on your own. Your bestie's eyes light up. A secret ingredient? Yeah, I just said that a secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo in here? Miriam checks to make sure you're alone before continuing. So this summer, while I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approached me in the botanical garden where I was wandering. This can't be good. He told me all about his passion for spices. Secret spices. The man even gave me some to show me that he meant what he meant. He said that it was a powder created from a super duper rare dried flower petals, and that if I did him a big favor, I could have some of my own. Please, Miriam, don't tell me. So I filled my suitcase with them and brought them home. He was so nice. He even met me at the gate when I arrived. Later, when I cooked with them, a very strange feeling came over me, and the flavor was unthing like anything I've ever tasted. I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spices here. Whatever. Anyhow, we both share an interest in cooking, so we stayed in touch, like pen pals. But he would love to know more about these new spices. Well, I'm definitely not supposed to share Colonel Sanders' secret recipe, and besides, I only know one ingredient, so I doubt he'd be of much use anyway. Please, 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 please! It would mean the world to me. No one has to know it came from you or from Colonel Sanders. I'm gonna make up a fake ingredient because if he finds out, it's over. He confided in me. What do you think you should do? Should you protect Colonel Sanders' secret or share it with your bestie? Make up a fake ingredient. You quickly think of a fake ingredient name. I don't know, how about... It was Eye of Newt. I know it sounds like some kind of witch's potion, but what can you do? Eye of Newt? Wow! Her eyes light up imagining such a thing, and you figure that you've satisfied her curiosity, and she'll move on. However, she immediately turns around and does some thumb typing on her phone that you can't quite see. That's probably not good. Before you can ask her to confirm that she's definitely not texting secrets to other people, you're interrupted. A wind rushes in, Cherry blossoms, petals fill the air. It's Colonel Sanders arriving at school on horseback. Stand back and admire his majestic glory. Colonel Sanders' horse is truly a thing of beauty. Without even acknowledging that he's being watched, he does a short horse dance before dismounting with a flourish. He then slaps the beautiful creature gently on the rear, sends it running free into the countryside. You are so struck by the sight of him that you lose the ability to speak coherently. Oh, he's got a tear in his eye. Oh, I didn't realize anybody was watching. Don't worry. He knows his way home. You attempt to compliment Colonel Sanders, but the words don't come out exactly right. What a horseful beaut you have. What a horseful beaut you. Dang it, that's just what I said. Being a good friend, Miriam attempts to cover for you. Oh, Barnes&Nickel just gets really nervous around people they like. What? This is not helping. They got food poisoning and we're up all night. It was gruesome. You should have seen it. She gives you a wink and a smile to say if situation's handled. Can't blame a girl for trying. And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears into the school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. When you enter the classroom, this dude in the classroom, I know this is probably like the CEO right now, but it's goofy. When you enter the classroom, you can see your two rivals, Ashley and Van Van, are doing something bad. By the way they're hiding, you know it must be really bad. Like counterfeiting recipes bad, experimenting with restricted ingredients bad, summoning a demon bad? You try and peek over Van Van's hulking shoulders, but he sees you coming. Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you're ready to handle this. Why don't you make it like a bee and mind your own wax, honey? Tell them to stop acting mature, act like you're not interested. I'm gonna do that. No, I'm gonna tell them to stop acting immature. You immediately dress the rivals down from their immature behavior. Culinary school is to be respected. This kind of nonsense is a waste of everyone's time. Now you've upset them. Oh, and you're the emperor of cooking, are you? You make the rules? I'm not sure you know a good meal if you ate it. If it ate you. Being the best chef in the world takes more than just culinary skills. It takes creativity. It takes panache. And it doesn't hurt to use a little evil. You finally get a look at what it was they were hiding, and you instantly recognize it. It's a book, just like the one you found after you encountered with Spork Monster. That's the same book I found last night in the quad. Ashley immediately elbows Van Van, who hides the book behind his back. I don't know what you're talking about. This book is a family heirloom, and its contents are secret. You notice that they haven't just been studying the book. They've got Pop pinned to the wall, and they're tossing potato skins at him, and as he tries to catch them in his mouth. We're playing, hee hee hee. Before you can dig any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class. Beep, beep. Clank must be running late. He's in such a hurry that he rolls over Van Van's meaty foot. Hey, watch it, you bucket of bolts! You watch how you talk to him. He didn't do anything. Oh. Who do you think you are talking to? I've never heard such language, not even from a stand mixer. No, your mother was a stand mixer. Van Van jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Van Van and sends him flying across the room. Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazed men are about to come to blows. I think it must be over me. But I'm not interested in either of them. Okay, Ashley. Ashley's tone has completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely he must know it's a ruse, right? Gentlemen, get a hold of yourselves. Save it for the arena, at least. Or don't. Honestly, I don't care. I've got lofty career aspirations to focus on. What was that accent? I have no clue what came out of me there. Maybe I can help you with your business plan. Just then, as Sprinkles arrive, to signal the true start of class, he's panting, which doesn't seem abnormal. He's a professor, but he's also a dog. Students, please take your seats. I apologize for my late arrival. I spent the morning chasing cars all around town, and my tiny legs are very, very tired. But I am here now, and I hope you are ready to learn. Rub his furry dog belly, he loves it. After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of the classroom. Without further ado, we'll review the global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken. I feel like this is just like KFC propaganda. I mean, that's exactly what it is, but it's goofy and it's fun. You want to pay attention to this lesson, truly, you do. Which is why in 1776, after signing the Declaration of Independence, it was a chicken who first signed their name. But you can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders, and you miss most of the important parts. When you come to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of food in front of you. Well, Barnes&Nickel, naturally this appears to be some sample platter. Which item do you want to sample? A shimmering pepper. Let's do that. A brightly colored pepper stands out from the other items. It sparkles with the most eye-catching way, and you reach out to grab it and eat it right away. However, your body is not prepared for the heat. The pepper has triggered an intense spice hallucination. It feels like forever as you trip through the universe. My friend, ooh. The sky again? I am here to give you an important message. Ooh. You must avenge my death and fulfill your destiny. All you must do is... I was saying fulfill your destiny. All you must do is... Oh, I'm sorry. I think I still got some spice stuck in my throat. It's fine. I'll work through... To fulfill the prophecy, you must... You feel yourself beginning to regain consciousness. Aw, man. You come to and find everyone is staring at you. The pepper was the last of its kind on Earth. Now it's... The pepper was the last of its kind on Earth, and now it is gone forever. You think to yourself, geez, I should have paid better attention. We all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you someday. Come on, it's time for lunch. Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim, and your rivals enter to make a dramatic announcement. Today's lunch will be prepared via timed competitive cook-off. The level of theatrics with these two is off the charts. Step up and tell them, you're on! A bit of lunchtime competition, eh? Count me in! I'd have to wipe tables with you fools before I set lunch down. So be it. I'm not a fool, you're the fool! Fool! Good day, Van Van. I like your gumption, Barnes&Nickel. I'll be watching your performance. Just as things reach a boiling point, Sprinkle steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness. Now, students, please settle down. This is the lunchroom, not a sports scene court. Finally, a little sense. You breathe a sigh of relief. At least not until we turn on the timer. Just then, a huge timer blasts in your face, flashing the words, timer ready. That is what I'm talking about. Oh, I stand corrected. The hard way builds solidly a foundation of confidence that cannot be swept away. And that's an original quote by me, in case anyone was wondering. I hope its message lifts you to victory. Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure, and now is my chance to shine. I will defeat you myself. You had his chicken, and you had his mashed potatoes and gravy on day one, and you're feeling like you can really impress him here again. It's time to boil some water for the potatoes. Think fast. If the timer runs down, you'll be forced to pick randomly. What were you thinking, Barnes&Nickel? Get your head in the game. Going to need season the chicken before you cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' recipe exactly, but you have an idea. 11 herbs and spices. That's right. You might not know all of the ingredients yet, but at least you're headed in the right direction. Tail wagging intensifies. Now that you're on the good basic step going, it's time to elevate your craft. What state of mind offers the most flavor? Gratitude. That's right. You must never take the opportunity for granted if you hope to succeed. Your classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley is simply stronger and faster than you. You better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you to never forget where you came from. Every day you meditate on his device and draw energy from that place. That would be a great time to harness that energy, so where does it come from? A small town where big dreams are born, that's right! This is your shot! You're not going to miss it! Oh, you time to shut off the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. What is the sound of success? Sizzling, bubbling. That's wrong, it's sizzling. Don't make me get the spray bottle. Next question. Okay, notice Colonel Sanders is out of the corner of your eye. I believe in you, Barnes&Nickel. He actually is cheering you on, which would be awesome, except knowing he's watching you makes you totally forget what you were doing. Now all you can think about is Colonel Sanders. How spoonfuls of gravy would it take, no! What were you thinking? Get your mind back in the competition! You are stranded on a desert island with only one dessert cookbook. Which do you take? What a hunk! I know, right? You know what? Shouldn't you be focused on the challenge? You're falling behind. You and Colonel Sanders, you walking along the beach. What does this have to do with crafting the spectacular fried chicken biscuit and delicate? You're really struggling to keep up. The next station over, Ashley has already begun plating elements of a dish. It's colorful and complex. To make up time, you toss biscuit dough into a stand mixer. As you do, the crowd gasps. Yikes! I know you love nothing more than seeing a fellow appliance utilized in the kitchen battle, but sometimes that means sacrificing a personal touch. You might not have any hands, but Barnes&Nickel does, and a good chef needs to be touching the dough to know when it's properly mixed. There's an easy way, and there's a hard way. You don't get far by going the easy way. Oh no! When you hear everyone talking, you realize how serious your error was. You immediately shove your hand into the mixer to rescue your dough before it's overmixed. Barnes&Nickel, no! But you're not fast enough and your hand gets stuck and it is immediately crushed by the quickly spinning beater. There is no way you'll be able to use that hand for the rest of the match. Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame. What you often find is that the easy way can turn out much more difficult. Everyone stop what you're doing right now. This battle is over. It can't be. I was so close to finishing my dish. Sweetheart, look at your hand. You simply cannot go on. Aw, too bad, and here I am with a completed dish ready to serve. Surely that makes me the winner by default. No, it wouldn't be fair to compare the two on account of Barnes&Nickel's injury. You see Sprinkles begin to lick his doggy chops as he locks onto the dish, but I suppose you should at least tell us what you prepared. Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skipped straight to dessert. Oh, gross. Under this white chocolate dome, you'll find a wide array of delights, taking you on a journey of flavor that tastes good and tells a story of excellence. I was going to ask Barnes&Nickel to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid pouring this creamer of delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Colonel Sanders, would you mind lending your strong, steady hand? Colonel Sanders pours the hot chocolate sauce on top of the dough, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden within. That actually looks good, but also, like, not for lunch, you know? Inside you'll find a delicate fried cheese croquette, atop a slice of honeycomb, ice cream, 2 ways, tender nougat, and pearls of blueberry gelée. Gelée? Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not impressed as he dips his finger in the chocolate sauce. Simplicity isn't your strong suit, Ashley. Oh, you. As he places a soft-covered finger into his lips, Ashley leans over and whispers something into his ear. A dab of sauce sticks to his mustache. I'm going to internalize the rage. I don't want to make a show. Your rage burns so intensely with your eyes that they burst into flames. The flames cause your eyebrows to catch fire and turn to ash, and they fall off your face, which means people have a hard time understanding what your emotions are for the rest of the semester. Perhaps forever. Embarrassed and ashamed by your poor performance, not to mention your crispy fried brows, you run for the quad to be alone. I've just made the wrong decision after wrong decision here today. The beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside of you, a storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and they have decided to get married. He won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. You try to hide from him, but he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting right now. Not just from the devastating loss, but from that run-in with the mixer and that small fire. We should get that checked out. I'm fine. Can't you just leave me alone? I'm a loser and I'm not fit to fill your fryer. I'll never be a master chef. Failure is part of life. Not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've never failed at anything before? That's exactly what I think. Well then think again, I wasn't always the man you see before me, enrolled in a culinary school, incredibly handsome, successful, motivated. Well, handsome, sure, I was born that way. But I've walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I failed as an obstetrician. I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. I was passionate about livestock, but I failed as a mule herder. That one was especially humiliating. Mules can be cruel. I didn't know. People see my delicate ribbon tie and my well-kept beard and assume that I've got it all put together, which is true now, but it hasn't always been. Sounds like this guy could really use a hug. I've resolved that I'm gonna keep going to the amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, or money would deter me from giving the best that I had to give. As Colonel Sanders changes focus, you can see something ignite in him, a burning passion. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure. It's honest. It's something that a humble man in a crisp white suit can be proud of. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds. What misdeeds? Yay! Just as the moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. Battle scarred from the night before, you prepare for the worst. It's the Spork Monster. Borko? It is I know I said I wouldn't be back after the whole fight to death thing, but maybe you don't really want to see me anymore, but I just wanted to say that I was wrong to attack you, and I apologize, and I know that but it is like having to always look over your shoulder. Monster problems, am I right? Thanks, Borko. I'm glad that there are no hard feelings. Getting jumped by a giant creature in the dark of night can really rile a person up. I also want to apologize for the way I switched right into attack mode. I know that you're strong, and cooking school can put a person under a lot of stress. I actually used to go to this school. I wasn't always Spork Monster, you see. I don't believe it. You were human once? Well, no, I was a golden retriever. But I was still a student until one day some of the mean kids with the magic spellbook cast a dark enchantment on me, and I was forever transformed. A magic spellbook? Precisely. I procured a copy of it myself, but it was somewhere along the way I've lost it. If you find such a book, I beg of you, respect it. You're a powerful chef and shouldn't rely on such dark and evil magic, so you should be protecting the innocent from those who would cheat them through the sorcery and guile. If you need me, don't fear. I will be there. Sounds like there were some bad cooks in the kitchen alive. Barnes&Nickel together, I am sure we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway and we can discuss. A personal invite? You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like, but it sounds like you're about to find out. Ooh, look at that view. This oven. Look at tiny, bald Colonel Sanders with a goatee. Stepping inside Sanders' home, surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special bond with him. Looks like you live such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders. Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago, I made the decision to never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. Have you been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef. Well, there is something. It's just a side dish that I've been tinkering with, trying to find the right balance of flavor and textures. I'm not sure I've nailed it yet, but I'm close. Colonel Sanders' eyes poke up as he starts to wonder what dish he might be describing. It means to pair with something spicy or something crispy, maybe both, perhaps. Now you've got him right where you want him. Should you reveal your new creation to him, or keep it a secret just for you? Reveal it. You decide you're ready as you'll ever be to share original cooking with Colonel Sanders. Before you can talk yourself out of it, you've decided to dive in head first. You reach into your lunch bag for a special dish that you've been keeping on ice all day. I present it to you. My original coleslaw. God, this game. The shredded cabbage dish glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' Lux hideaway. Magnificent. Together you chow down on the creamy slaw until the spoonful remains in the bowl. Do you mind if I hold on to that last bite? I'd like to have it around so I can admire its taste later and think back on this moment. Oh, he's got tears in his eyes. This is going much better than I expected. You could offer to make him more, but he seems like a very sentimental kind of guy. But also, keeping food like that is probably not the best decision. Sure, why not? Please, make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in a moment. You realize now it would be the perfect time to do some snooping. Around the room are the various items you can look closer at. Each seems to radiate memories and emotions. Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. Ooh, what's this? Must be where he keeps his secret recipe. You think for a moment. What number is important to Colonel Sanders? Then it dawns on you. No, I didn't mean to do that! I didn't want to do that! As soon as you turn the dial 111111, the safe opens. Inside of it you find a single note. Can chicken be prepared sashimi style? Tap on an item to discover more. It's a very realistic stuffed chicken sitting on a corner table. When you pick it up you realize it isn't just realistic at all. It's real. Taxidermy? Must have been important to Colonel Sanders when it was alive. There's a note clipped to the chicken's foot reads, "The true state bird of the great state of Kentucky." Let's do this one. Photo appears to be Colonel Sanders, except he's an old man visiting the pyramids of Egypt. Maybe this is where he discovered one of his secret herbs and spices. Scented candle. Pick up to identify the smell. A power tool. Freshly starched collar. Piece of wood floating in a lake. Summer of '69. No, it's one of those secret recipe ingredients. It's... I got another one! Tap an item to discover more about the Colonel. Silver hair is woven through the teeth of a comb. Upon further inspection, you realize that hair therein isn't just silvery in color. It's actually made of spun silver. What? No explanation? Cross the lake and the mountain range beyond. Then the ghost of the student pops up. Are you thinking about heading out into the world on a quest to avenge my death? Wait, what? I never learned your name. Why would I avenge you? I could just tell you my name right now. It's... Can't you see that I'm in the middle of something? You open the window a crack and the ghost is swept out into the breeze. Large urn sitting on a nearby pedestal. There's a plaque on it. It's dusty. When you wipe it off, you can read the inscription. It says, "Here lie the ashes of all my past careers and business failures." Poor guy. Is this game telling me that Colonel Sanders has, like, burned down all of his past businesses for the insurance money? Because that doesn't sound legal. One of the framed photos shows an old man who looks a bit like Colonel Sanders, standing with a friend. They hold a fried chicken drumstick and appears to be cheersing them. You look closely to see there's a short inscription. Wonder who my friend Pete is. An adorable little baby boy crawls across the floor. From the goatee and mustache combo he sports, you figure this must be Colonel Sanders himself. Or then maybe that drumstick that seems to be waving like a little rattle. Who framed a baby picture of themselves? Probably the same type of person who would make their own face the logo of a company they founded. Am I right? Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. You open the door to Colonel Sanders' closet and find a row of his signature white suits hanging within. You take one of them off the hanger and try it on. The jacket is a bit big for you, but it's soft and comfortable. You give yourself a deep hug, breathing in his scent. They say that home is where the heart is. Is this what they meant? Before you can look any further, you hear Colonel Sanders returning. He's a new dish that he's been working on, and he wants you to taste it. You try to act casual until he asks you why you're wearing his jacket. I don't usually loan those out, but I must say it does look good on you. Oh crap! The jacket! Which do I do? Let's fess up and tell the truth. Because I feel if I make a big move, he might not like it. You confess. I think oh, okay, that works too. I think I've developed feelings for you. I might be developing feelings for you too, but I'm concerned. I can't let anything get in the way of my dreams. Overwhelmed, you take the jacket off and run for the door. But the thought of leaving the Colonel in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you pause. You stop yourself. Colonel? Yes, Barnes&Nickel. I honestly think this may be the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right. We should take things slow. You talk late into the night and drift off into a slumber. Dream sequence. Dream sequence. Ooh, look at everybody. You awake to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Ooh, I spent the night. I thought we was taking things slow. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will truly tell. Today is the day that could change the rest of your life. You think about the new ingredient you learned about. Some jurisdictions, it isn't even legal. But if a recipe is a secret, how will they know? And on that note, we're going to end this episode here. Thank you so much for watching, as always. If you have not hit that subscribe button already, and you liked what you saw, please do so. It would really help me out. Leave a comment, leave a like down below. Did you enjoy this? Would you like to see me do other games like this? Shoot me some suggestions. I am super excited to hear them, and I will take them into consideration. If you haven't, hit that notification bell. It'll tell you every time a video of mine comes out, and my schedule is every Tuesday and Friday at noon Central Time. Other than that, thank you so much, as always, for sticking around and watching this whole video, and I hope you come back for another one. See ya!